So guys, today we're going to be building a road gap here at the Backyard Trails, and it's going to be on Air Supply, which is our double black trail. So you guys bet it's going to be massive. We're going to be jumping Crazy Train, and the hope is that you can still ride that trail and jump the road gap at the same time. So you'll be jumping over someone. So that should give you a sense of how big this thing's going to be. So we can start by getting some fallen trees to build this thing up. And we're almost out of fallen trees, so we're going to have to start using wood, but for now, we can use the trees. So I actually didn't realize this until we built the feature, but we have an entire section of unused land with multiple fallen trees scattered all over the place. Though covered in leaves and brush, you can reveal all these logs by simply doing some light clearing. It's great to know that we now have access again to perfectly usable logs for building. Guys, this right here is an example of why you always have to take bark off on every log that you cut. And I'm sure you guys can see there's some stuff on here that you can just wipe off, but there's also a few bugs. When bugs bury their homes inside the bark of these logs, it's not good, and it's gonna cause it so you can't use the log as much and it's gonna rot faster. So getting the bark off is essential to making sure that you have a long-lasting and stable wood feature. Now we've completed the challenging part, which was finding our logs, delimbing them, and stripping away bark. The final pre-building task we have to accomplish is to clear this area out. We want a nice run in and run out for this feature, and clearing trail will get us there. Something I find really interesting is our progression in trail building. When we built this trail almost 8 months ago, our goal was to keep it going into a shark fin in this exact spot. We decided not to because we thought the area was too hard to clear, but it's a breeze now. Just goes to show how much more productive we've become. In a matter of less than 15 minutes, we were able to make a fully functional trail here. I was able to create a really solid run into this feature, so now we can build up the frame. Okay, so we just got a last minute call for a trip to Home Depot, so we get to get some pretty cool wood, and hopefully we can use some of it on the road gap. We also want to get lag bolts and fasteners to make our features more stable than we have, and it should be pretty good. Where are we going? Okay, so which ones are the ones we got? Did we get these ones, right?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, we got 5 of those, which are...
Yeah, 5 of these.
What number is that? Oh, right.
So these are... So we got some of these washers, right? And then we got a few of these ones.
Yeah, those 5
which are
10 of these of those.
Even bigger. So it's raining again, but we got all of our wood down here. We have some extra 2x6s right here. We're not going to use them for the road gap, so those should probably go down there into the lumber storage. We have all the planks. These are 3 feet wide, so that should be a nice lip. And then we have all of our logs, which are going to be placed on it so that we can have a nice feature. The next step is to dig in our post holes. Since there aren't really any trees around and the dirt is soft, we were able to get the deepest holes we have yet in under 5 minutes. We didn't even come across any small roots, which is a pretty unique sign. Putting the posts in wasn't a challenge at all. Since the holes were deep, it was easy to make them stable. I also ended up finding some of the best dirt we've ever used only a few feet away, so I threw that into the holes for better support. So far, this project was going very smoothly, almost too well, but we had to connect the frame using long lag screws. I had bought a pre-drill bit earlier, but it was not wide enough at all. This means it took us over an hour to screw in both lag bolts, but we still did get it done. Nice. Guys, I think we might have gotten the wrong pre-drill size, but for now, this is the method that works. Oh, if you swing around the edge, it works. So I just realized something while I was thinking about it, and right now, this is way bigger than I thought, and it's scary big. From there to there is about 30 feet, plus right now, it's not straight, it's angled up. So I think I'm gonna have to change the design a little bit. I wanna raise these two posts up and then extend it farther so it's more like a drop, and it'll just be a little bit longer than before. But right now it's way too big, so we gotta do something about that. It was at this point in the project I realized that I had made a huge mistake. I just kept running into problems between the bad weather for trail building, difficulty with the lag bolts, lack of material, and the imperfections of the logs, but it wasn't until this last problem that I decided to restart from scratch. So I'm going back right now, but I figured out something, and it makes me feel really stupid. We can't get to the road gap. Like, it doesn't link to a trail. So what I think we're gonna have to do is move the entire thing. That's not gonna be fun because we have to undo all those lag bolts, but I think that might be what we have to do. So let's see if we can figure something out. Let's have a look at what I mean by that. Right now, this feature would require a hard right turn before it, and a berm at any radius couldn't deliver enough speed to clear this massive gap. Despite our hard work for the previous few days, restarting now was the best option. So I finally reached a day where I can actually do some work because it's not pouring rain. So I think what I'm gonna just do is show you guys one long build lapse of the new feature, and then we can test it out. So hope you enjoy this. After spending a good amount of time adding some dirt to the transition and building up this huge landing, I was finally ready to give this thing a send. Since it is a bigger feature though, I'm not just going to drop into it blind. I need to do some run-ups.
I don't think you were going fast enough there.
I wasn't going fast enough?
No, I think you just need to go a little bit faster to clear that.
I think I got to start from the top because I can act as that little turn as a berm and then just come sailing off this really fast.
Oh, you had that. Yeah.
At this point, my run-ups weren't really getting me anywhere, so I think I just had to send it, even if I wasn't fully comfortable with the approach. This time, I have to do it. I've done too many run-ins, it's getting into my head, and I know it's gonna work. So if I just do it, it'll be totally fine. You ready? Come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Here he goes.
Come on, come on, come on. Yeah!
Nice, dude.
Now that I know the road gap works, I need to comprehend the fact that we built this insane feature and I need to session it multiple times to get used to it. While my goal of trying to jump over someone for sure isn't possible, but this feature is too fun to care. It's nice to have the biggest drop I've ever ridden right out of my back door. After getting repetition on this thing, I'm already thinking about what to put next, and I realize the road gap feels like it fits in with all the other features on the line. I still feel a little squirrely in the air and need a bit more practice to get it dialed. So I hope you enjoyed our take at a road gap, and I hope you found this video either entertaining or informative. Please follow me on Instagram and be sure to subscribe. It's easy, and you'll get to see 2 videos a week. This is far from the last feature we'll build on this trail, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next week.
Dude, you had that.
Of course I didn't.
What do you mean you didn't have that? You were right there.
You're in the way, bud.